Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are just days away from the election. And, well, here we go with the bonuses again. The boguses, the games, the corruption is happening. And in this video, we are going to be specifically talking about the great state of Wisconsin and what is happening there. Let's read this headline together. 31,000 mail-in ballots requested at ineligible addresses in just one swing state. Now, before we continue, I got to give a big shout out and thank you to the sponsor of the video and the channel overall, and that is Verity Metals. Ladies and gentlemen, they are printing trillions and trillions of dollars backed by nothing and sending those dollars overseas to fight wars that have nothing to do with you, and they make you pay back those printed dollars through your taxes and through inflation. Verity Metals is a patriot-owned, Trump-supporting company that believes in getting your independence back from big banks through in your hands physical and constitutional gold and silver. They protect IRAs, 401ks, retirement savings, and your cash. And you can get free silver and qualifying orders when you call my good friend Matthew and tell him I, Vlad, sent you. Go to veritymetals.com or call him at 480-717-9081. Matthew is a good friend of mine. He will take care of you. He's a patriot, Trump supporter, and donates to the Trump campaign often. By going through them, you support a patriot-owned America First company. You support the channel and not some woke companies. Let's continue with the news of the day. Mail-in ballots are being requested by the thousands in locations which are undeliverable in Wisconsin. If nobody is there, who the hell is requesting the ballot? This is the heart of the 2024 steal, and it is happening in plain sight for the world to see. Below is a list from our colleague Peter Berninger of locations where a mail-in ballot was requested recently in Wisconsin. So they requested the ballots. They weren't just sent there. Somebody requested ballots. Here's the list. Peter and the team removed the inactive voters, bringing the number down to 380,050. And here is what he found. 2,777 permanently moved out of state. 2,325 addresses not deliverable and not found in the USPS database. 7,571 incorrect or missing secondary, missing APT, number 5, for example. 513 door not accessible. 976 single receptacle drop for mail or for all residents at same physical address. 976 people at the same address. 97 no secure location at all to leave mail. 13 registered to a U.S. Post Office street address. 1,251 vacant for more than 90 days. Person not there. 31 registered to a commercial address such as USPS or a FedEx store. 3,408 duplicates, 275 moved but left no forwarding address, 186 at high-rise building but not housing, 442 identified as a business location but not commercial, 10,877 not all components of the address match up with what is in the USPS database, 30,724 in total. The question is, who is requesting these ballots for people who have moved? Who is requesting duplicate ballots to be sent to an address? Who is requesting a ballot to an undeliverable address? Who? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to sound like an owl, but who? Who is requesting these ballots? And the thing is, why don't I get a bunch of ballots in the mail to my address? Oh, maybe because a church-going, tax-paying, non-crime committing, family lives there, husband, wife, and 4 children. So they're like, those people are probably going to vote Trump if they get their hands on a bunch of ballots. We won't trust them. But let's trust an empty lot. And let's pay some bums, I don't know, $200 each to hang around, and then, I don't know, pay the USPS delivery guy $500 to just drop them off in the field, have them fill them out, send them back. They'll commit the crimes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say we cannot beat them at their own game. We cannot beat them at their own game. There's only one way we do this, and one way only. Too big to rig. When Trump says, listen to this, he doesn't say stop the rig, because he knows we can't. It's too big. He doesn't say get rid of the rig. Impossible. The corruption is too deep in. He says too big to rig. Did you know that the biggest voter bloc in the United States is the Christians, the conservative Christians, church-going followers of Jesus Christ? But over 51% of Christians, for some reason, don't vote. If Christians voted, we would never lose an election, no matter how hard they tried. There's not enough illegal immigrants that they could bring in and make them vote. 51% of eligible Christian voters do not vote. And here's what angers me as a Christian man more than anything else. When I see these churches whine and complain about how there's so much LGBTQ propaganda on the children and how there's so much corruption. Oh, dropped my pen. How there's so much corruption and lawlessness and sin. You let it happen by not voting. You are responsible. The scripture says if you see a brother in sin, or if you see someone sinning, and you ignore it and say nothing and do nothing, you are just as guilty as them. So God will one day ask you and me and those that don't want to vote, well, I vote. Say, you could have stopped it. You could have went out and voted and brought your other Christian friends. This is why your vote matters. Your vote matters. If you believe in freedom, I don't believe in the system either. I believe it's crooked, it's corrupt, you know what I'm talking about. But I love freedom and I love the Constitution. And the Constitution says, Vlad, go vote. Vote. I don't believe in the system, but I believe in the Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, when Trump says too big, too rig, it's not just a pretty phrase. He means what he's saying. Ladies and gentlemen, go out and vote. That is how we win this thing. That is how we beat them. We come out in such numbers that they don't have the fake numbers to pull from anywhere. Go vote, vote early, vote by mail, vote in person, vote on election day. Just vote. Get your vote in. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, pray for the country. Be prepared. Again, a big shout out to Verity Metals and all that they do in the Patriot community, helping people protect their savings, their IRAs, 401ks, and retirements from inflation, financial collapse, a market shift, and bank runs. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. God bless.